wonderful gentleman and lady named Dr. Raphael Sensei Spiller and Miranda Green. And they introduced this to me back in 2016. I walked off my job in 2017. It was 3 months, and I walked off my job, and I've helped approximately 60 people do that since then. I've since then, just to give y'all guys a brief backdrop before we get into this, they told me I needed to build a business. I gave them resistance, of course, because I wanted to understand the investing side. I wanted to understand exactly what the heck this is they were so excited about. I had wonderful people in my corner that I always pay homage and give credit to, no matter the situation. One of them being my family member, cousin, friend, whatever you want to call them, Jamal Evans, Victor Whitney. They were actually doing, I'm actually mad at them because they were actually trading Forex in college when I was doing stuff I didn't have no business doing. But they were already on this wave, and they introduced this to me. And they taught me the basics along with the company's products as well. Mike Miles, Christopher Derrick were two of the two that I actually loved studying. And lastly was Alonzo Galvan, Eric Casares. We took that wave by storm, and we just came in. We acted and just dominated, for the first few years that we came in, right? So, guys, with this, it's going to be an official beginners. It's going to be a beginners. We want to give you guys a foundation of Forex and exactly what Forex is. I won't get into any charts today. Maybe I might. It just depends. But this is just going to be general information on Forex basics. I'm going to give you guys some little key nuggets that you can take and you can run with as well. But overall, this is just going to be general information, right? Because in the company I'm involved in, the mentorship and the people that we teach, we do have a strict learn and earn program. The reason for our learn and earn program is real simple, because you're looking at a guy that has 4 college degrees and don't use them. But when I was in college, I spent all that money in college, and I wasn't making money while I was learning how to be a worker, because that's basically what they taught me in college. But here we believe in, hey, you're going to get the skill, you're going to get the education you need, but there's nothing wrong with becoming extremely wealthy in the process of doing that. Oh, okay, he's finishing up a training. Okay, all right. Ask him, is he coming up here? That's all I need to know. Is he coming up here? But that's why we do what we do. And I'm gonna stop talking and get started here in a minute, but I just wanted to just share my why with you guys. And my why is real simple, right? Number one, I now have a 6-year-old daughter, right? I don't have a daughter, I have an heiress. And whatever I give my daughter, that's what she's gonna inherit. So if anybody has kids, grandchildren on this call, or even if you wanna have kids one day, you have to look at it like, what will your children inherit? You can't give your children a job, right? You can't. Look at the world and the state that we're in right now, right? When people knocked me for first starting this company 3 years ago, what did they tell me? It was a scam. I needed to get a real job. Even had, I even had relationship issues with that, right? Because they wanted me to have a job. I didn't use my degree, so I wasn't living up to my full potential. Even though we were well off financially, right? So the thing about it is, guys, as we share this information, I really want y'all to take this serious, because this is going to determine, if you stick with it, how your financial DNA is and how your legacy's financial DNA is. That was my why. Number 2 was real simple, because of this very reason that we have going on right now. I'm not going to put energy into this hyped up flu, right? But businesses have shut down. Y'all can look in my background. My business is shut down right now, right? I'm losing thousands and thousands of dollars right now, but thank God that I learned a skill where it doesn't affect my income, right? So, and another reason is, guys, our elderly, right? Our grandmothers, our grandfathers, right? Yeah, everybody love Big Mama. Everybody love Papa. Everybody, you know, they're not retiring. If y'all haven't noticed that, right? Big Mama, Nana, Granny, Papa, they not retiring. If y'all haven't noticed that, have y'all noticed that, right? So we put a program into place where they can take a little bit of an investment and they can turn that investment into, I'm not gonna make any income claims, but they'll be able to retire nicely, right? So those are my whys. So as we're going through this, guys, and you're taking notes on this beginner's boot camp, I really want you guys to analyze your why, right? Because one thing, I'm gonna give you guys one of my pet peeves. And, oh, my boy Zach's on here. Woo! Man, I'm not gonna share Zach's situation, but Zach, bro, I salute you. I love you, bro. You and Gina, if y'all need anything, call me and let me know, because that's crazy. I'm not gonna get into that. That's crazy. But I love you. I love you and my sister Gina with the bottom of my heart. I met this guy a month ago, and blood couldn't make us closer. Love that guy. But anyway, Naughty, you too, bro. I love my bro Naughty, right? But guys, but in all seriousness, don't come, like, my pet peeve is, don't come to me saying I want to make more money. That's a narrow-minded goal, right? And I'm not doing this to brag, and people will probably say, "Oh, Jason's trying to stunt." I want to make more money. How much is more money? How much is more money? How much is more money? Right? Because this is not a lot of money. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's a lot of money." This is not a lot of money. How much more money do you want? Right? Is it 10,000 a month? Is it 20,000 a month? Is it 50,000 a month? Come to me with a goal, right? When you're coming to your leaders, when you're coming to your Mama Sherry's, your Barbers, your Noddies, your Terry Clays, what is your goal, right? $1,500 is not a lot of money to me, to really to y'all. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's shut down. Like, if y'all saw how much, if I could show y'all how much I'm in the red on this place, but I'm not worried about it because God has the final say. But guys, that's not a lot of money. So when you come to me with a goal. Go to your leaders with a goal. Even in trading, look, what's a band to me? I love it. But guys, seriously though, look, I know I'm giving you, look, my dad said he on the way to come grab some of that money. Guess what? I'm gonna give you 500 of it when you get here. So there you go. And I want that 500 to make me back 5,000, sir. That's my dad. I love him. Yeah. Hey, man, y'all put some 555s for Coach K. I love that guy. But guys, as we get this started, seriously, like, when you come to your leaders, when you go to your Zachs, your Ginas, your Cynthia Spurlocks, your Sherrys, your Barbers, your Noddies, don't go to them saying, I want to make more money. Don't say to them saying, I just want to trade so I can do it. If you don't have a goal, and like I said, your mentors and the people you connected to, we're going to talk about these things, because if you don't have a goal, if you're not attached to a goal, you're putting yourself on a path of failure. You have to have a goal. My goal personally is $250,000 a month. That's my personal goal, right? I aim towards that every day, every second, every minute. I'm aiming towards that. What is your financial goal, right? So that's my brief backdrop. If you guys don't know me, you can feel free, add us on social media. We got all that stuff going, but we're gonna get this started right now. Oh, Mama Sherry, see, that's my accountability partner. I love her. So my social media on Facebook, of course, is Jason McGee. Y'all guys can send me a friend request on there. On Instagram, it's J McMillie. If y'all want to know why it's J McMillie, don't ask. Just don't ask. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. So J McMillie on Instagram. Jason McGee on Facebook, right? I'm the tall dark brother that'll be on your phone or computer, so whatever. All right, so this is our first, well, not our first, but this is our first beginners boot camp training as of now. I'm like I said, I'm not going to go through all of these slides, but I do want you guys to have a basis of Forex, right? So if you are trading Forex, here are some of the apps you're going to need, right? Especially if you're connected to me in any way. You're going to need Telegram, right? You're going to need Zoom. I teach on Zoom. Me and my team teach on Zoom 3 times, sometimes 4 times a week, right? So you're definitely going to need Zoom. Zoom is going to be your number one, right? Your second one is going to be Telegram, which is this one right here. You're going to need Telegram, right? Your third is going to be MetaTrader 4, right? I know a lot of people ask the question for MetaTrader 5. MetaTrader 5 doesn't connect with a lot of brokers. So MetaTrader 4 is going to definitely be your go-to. So these are going to be your main 3. It's going to be Zoom, it's going to be Telegram, and it's going to be MetaTrader 4. So like my wonderful, my queens that just got started today here, if you haven't gotten started yet, here are the 3 apps that you're going to need, your 3 main apps, right? So Zoom, Telegram, and MetaTrader 4, right? I don't know why this is timed. Okay, so the Telegram setup, and I'm just going over the Telegram setup because this is important. They're going to ask you guys to fill out the information. They're going to ask you for your number, right? They're going to ask you to fill out, basic information. One of the main things that you guys are going to want to do that's going to make life so much easier is go to your settings, right? And go to your settings, and there's going to be a column or a space that says username, right? In a username, you're going to want to create your username. If you could see my wonderful assistant, friend, partner in crime, Batman, Terry Clay, Sweetest Taboo, she created the username Cassius Clay, right? I take full credit for giving her that name, but I'm lying. I didn't, but I still take full credit for it because I don't give her credit for anything. So Cassius Clay, right? This is where you want to put in on your username, right? Mine is J McMillie. I have another one that says Chairman 100, right? So you're going to want to create a username on your Telegram. So once again, once you set everything up, you set your phone number up, you can sync your contacts. That's optional, but you want to go to your settings, and then on your settings screen, there's going to be a username outlet where you can type that in. Guys, make sure you have a username because it makes it so much easier for the leaders to be able to send you information or tag you in things if need be. Mama, the chat is lighting up. Can you?
I'm not on. Terry's co-host. Tell Terry to read the chat because I'm live.
Oh, okay, you're on Facebook Live. Okay. I don't know what they're saying in the chat. So Terry, any of my leaders, did I give Miss Barbara co-host? Terry, give Miss Barbara co-host. If there's anything that I'm missing or I need to stop, y'all can unmute and stop me, okay? Because I can't see the chat. Oh yeah. Okay. So if you're, Mama Sherry just brought up a good point. So another good thing to add to your username, if you're involved in the company that I'm involved in, it would be good to put your customer number at the end of that, right? So mine is, I'm not gonna tell y'all, well, 809-716, right? That's my customer number. Y'all can tell I'm one of the OGs. When I started, there's 4,000 people in the company, right? Now it's hundreds. So at the end of your username, so it's like Cassius Clay, hers would be, 809-711 or whatever the case may be. That would be very, very good and helpful for us. Okay, next. Okay, so we haven't done Telegram registration in a while and we need to get back to it. So Terry, if you put that in a Royal Toolbox, that'll be good. But just give them access so we can basically start giving them that Telegram registration for them to enroll in our private exclusive group. You guys can enroll into this, but basically what that looks like is just your email address, your Telegram name and username, first and last name, your ID number, and then the next billing date. All right, and I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Choosing a broker. Choosing a broker. So with choosing a broker, guys, we have a couple brokers that I recommend, and I'm going to give you the pros and the cons of all. The first one is Hugo's Way. We typically get people to sign up on Hugo's Way because they have low spreads. They have fast deposit. They have fast withdrawal. But the con I don't like about Hugo's Way is that they're not regulated, right? They do have some server issues, and like I said, we're going to tell you this up front because we don't want you guys to be swayed or surprised or shocked at anything. They do have some server issues, and they do honor most of their server issues. And by server issues, to go a little bit into that, is when they readjust spreads or the broker freezes and you're trying to close a trade, whatever the case may be, you do run into those issues on Hugo's Way, right? But like I said, in most cases, they honor those cases and you'll be fine. But we just want to make you mindful of Hugo's Way. Hugo's Way is a great broker overall. They're great for trading indices. Indices are bonds, US 30, the NASDAQ 100, oil, S&P, the S&P 500, right? All of those things, right? So Hugo's Way is one, right? Traders Way is another one. I haven't dealt with Traders Way in a while, but I will go to I'm just going to talk about my recommended brokers. The next one is FX Choice. That's a recommended broker that I recommend that you guys use. The reason why I recommend FX Choice is because they're a regulated broker, right? They don't have like the FDIC insurance and stuff like that, but your money, your investment is a little bit more protected and asseted. I like that word, asseted at FX Choice. Now, the cons to some people, right? This is not a con to me, but some people say, oh, with FX Choice, I only get the 1 in 200 leverage. Well, that's good. I know a lot of people look at that as a bad thing, but if you really know how to trade and you really learn this skill, you learn the things that we're going to teach you on days and days out, guys. I mean, the 1 in 200 leverage is not going to matter. So FX Choice is definitely a broker that I recommend. And there's another broker on here that I recommend that I don't have them on here. But that broker is called KOT Forex, and that's www.kot4x.com, right? The two brokers I have are FX Choice. Well, I do have Hugo's Way. I have Hugo's Way, I have FX Choice, and I have KOT Forex, right? I tried the others, I don't really like them. And that's just my personal preference, but these are the brokers that you guys want to choose, right? And I'm not going to get into setting up a broker because you can get with your leaders and do that. Why is this going so slow? I don't like it. Yeah, you can get with your leaders and do that. I'm going to get into some more of the information. I want to be mindful of you guys' time. This thing is on super slow. And then, of course, a million people called me when I'm doing the training, when I told them I'm doing the training.
That's fine. Oh.
Those friendships are toxic. I got to get rid of them. I'm just playing. But, all right, guys, we are almost there. I'm going to get into the bread and butter. Okay. And I do think it is important for us to go through the MetaTrader 4 setup. So we are going to go through the MetaTrader 4 setup. Like I said, the MetaTrader 4, guys, you go to the App Store, you type in MetaTrader 4, you install it, and you hit open, right? So after opening MetaTrader 4, you can either do the login to the existing account, or if you have a plus sign there, You can click there, correct? And then you type in the name of the broker in the search bar. As you can see here, it said Hugo, right? It said Hugo's Way. You would type that in, 2 options would pop up, demo and real, whichever account that you have. Okay, that was Terry putting in their registration form. Terry, stop distracting folks.
She's doing her job.
Okay, you always take enough of it. That's another story for another day. But all right, so demo and real account, guys, whichever you have. And I mean, playing with demo is totally okay. But guys, we're not gonna be demo warriors, and I'm talking to all 60 of y'all. So demo is cool, but at a point in time, I'm gonna hold you accountable. Do we have somebody?
It's okay, Jason. It's Barbara. Terry just unmuted me to assist you.
Oh, cool. Hey, are you co-host? Did she make you co-host?
I'm not your co-host, but I'll be watching your chat for you.
She don't take care of you like I'm gonna take care of you. That's all I'm just putting that out there. Hold on, let me make her co-host. let me make you co-host. There we go. Okay, we're good to go. Terry, I'm just playing. We're playing. Okay, so Hugo's Way, demo, real. Like I said, guys, eventually we're gonna want to get to a point where we're not playing in those demos, right? We gotta make some money, right? You're not, like I said, demo is cool for a couple hours, me, but you know, gotta get out of those demos, right?
And tell them why should they come out of the demo?
Well, that's a good question. So the reason why you want to come out of the demo, because for me, and I'm just giving my opinion, like I said, I would no way in shape, form, and fashion to try to portray myself as a guru, but I've made good money in the market where I feel like I can speak to this. In my opinion, demo gives a false sense of security in a sense, right? Because even though you're trading dummy money in a live market, there's different things and different emotions that go on in a live market that you guys need to experience to get over that, right? Will Smith said it best: everything you want is on the other side of fear, right? And there's something with the psychology, guys, that if you're in a demo, some people don't take demo seriously. I didn't take demo seriously. Like I had a demo like for a couple hours, and I was like, oh, look, I made $50,000. Cool. You know, let's get to the real thing. So it gives for me, it's just like, if I lose the demo account, I don't care because it's not real, right? So even for me, like I said, I did it for a couple hours to practice on how to trade and how to actually put trades in. And then I instantly put a nice amount of money in there, and I just traded low lot sizes. I just did like dimes because I was like, okay, I need to know how it feels to make $1 in a live market. I need to know how it feels to make $2, $3 for real in a live market, right? I didn't go big and do dollars, $10 and $20 pips and $50 pip lot sizes until way later on. But I just always needed to know how it felt. You know, everything is energy, guys. Everything is energy, even trading in a demo and trading in a live. So I had to create the energy of how it felt to make money live in a real market. And that's the same thing that you guys need to do. So yeah, get your demo account, play in it for a couple of hours, you know, see how it feels to maneuver, play stop losses, place take profits, do all of that. But eventually, guys, I don't care if you put $200 in your account, trade it on a dime lot size and stay on a dime lot size. I think you'll be okay if you lose 30 cents, right? I got that in my change cup in my car right now. If anybody heartbroke over 30 cents, inbox me. I'll cash app you 30 cents, right? But you need to know how that feels to make money in a live market and to take lessons in a live market, because in a demo you don't get that same energy. It's not real. You know what I mean? And you want to make sure it's real. So going to this slide right here, guys. Right here, this is your quote screen on MetaTrader 4, right? So here, this button right here on the Android and iPhone is your quote screen. And the plus sign here is where you add pairs, right? I know a lot of people, like if I called a NZD USD, like on a buy, right? that pair probably wouldn't show up on your regular quote screen. So if you have pairs that your leaders call or the company call or whatever, or I call, and you don't see it on your quote screen, you would click the plus sign here, right? You would click the plus sign here, and you would basically just go and you would add that pair. Now they're going to be different folders, and I'm glad that Terry had this right. They're going to be different folders here, right? Your majors. So your major pairs are just basically, you know, your AUD, USD, and we're going to go over that later on in these slides exactly what these pairs mean. But United States dollar pairs, Japanese yen pairs. But your exotics are like your Mexican peso, right? Or the ZAR, you know, or the Zambi? Zambi? It's like all like African, like Norwegian. It's like all of those crazy pairs, right? Now your indices are your US 30, your S&P 500, your GER 30. These are your top 30 stocks that pretty much run your country, right? Your top 30 stocks. And guys, you can make a lot of money with indices. So I'm saying this here, I'm saying this now. Once you follow our plan and you get a nice size account, we're going to make you dabble in indices, right? And I do say make, because now on a 7% a week goal, now you're knocking out 7% within seconds, right? And then you keep the same disciplines with it. But indices is where you definitely want to be in, especially in the times that we're in right now. Your energies, that's your oil, right? We just had an oil meeting, right? Guys, if you're not paying attention to oil right now and what's going on in the market crashing, look at what Donald Trump's doing, right? He's saying he's going to send everybody $1,000. Well, guess what? He can do it. Go look at how much oil he just bought as of late. And if y'all want to see that article, hit me up. I will show you. He just spent $1 kajillion and just dumped it in oil, right? So that's one of those nuggets I told y'all I was going to give y'all. Metals, gold, silver. You know, gold is another pair. It's a pair that you want to be careful with now because of what's going on in our economy, but gold is another pair that will make you wealthy very, very fast, right? So gold is a pair that you definitely want to master, right? Once we get your account to a certain amount and you follow our charts and you follow our plan, guys, we're going to have you dabbling in gold because you can make good money real fast in gold, right? The FX crosses or your NZD-JPYs, these are like your oddball currencies, right? These are your Australian dollar to JPYs, your AUD JPYs, things like that, and your different GBP JPY pairs. Your cryptos, guys, you know what cryptos are: your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your Litecoin, your Ripples, things like that. The only thing that's really moving right now is Bitcoin. If anybody on the call right now is currently trading cryptos, I recommend you look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, and I guess Terry will probably be mad at me for saying this, but high lot size on Litecoin. Thank me later, right? Nuggets. In futures and stocks, of course, that goes without saying. Your wheat, your cotton, Procter & Gamble, Apple, Tesla, Facebook, things like that, right? So you can literally trade anything in the world from your cell phone, right? You don't have to be on the stock floor. You don't have to be, a matter of fact, you know they shut down the stock floor? That is crazy. But you don't have to be on the stock floor, right? No more. Everything you ever wanted to trade, guys, is literally on your cell phone right now, right? Now, I'm not going to go over making deposits and withdrawals because our leaders will do that, but I do want to get into this. Okay, so let's get into this. Rub my hands, get my energy, right? Right? The major Forex currency pairs, right? So these are the pairs, when I say major Forex currency pairs, these are the pairs that you combine together, right, to make a pair. But these are the different ones that we have, right? The first one, of course, is the USD. That's the United States dollar, right? So the United States dollar, everybody, well, I can't say that either. I got to be politically correct. So United States dollar pretty much tries to dominate or trump over everything, right? The United States dollar. So the euro is the EUR, that's the European dollar, right? That's, anything that's associated with Paris or Europe or wherever the case may be, but that's your euro, right? The GBP, your Londons, right? The Great British Pound, that's the GBP pair, right? The JPY, which is one of my favorite, is the Japanese yen, right? Anything that's associated with Hong Kong, China, Japan, Korea, it all ties into the Japanese yen, right? Now we do have exotics where you can do United States dollar to Hong Kong dollar, but you'll be in that trade for years before you make a profit. So that's why they tie everything into the Japanese yen, right? With Japan being the thriving province, I guess I can say that, right? Your CHF is the Swiss franc or the Swiss franc, however you want to say it, right? We bougie in 2020. So Swiss franc, whatever you want to say, right? The CHF pairs have been moving really, really good, of course, with everything that's going on. But that's just everything that just deals on the Switzerland side of the world, right? The AUD is the Australian dollar. Of course, they also call this Aussie, right? If you ever hear someone say, buy Aussie the dollar or buy Aussie USD, that's what they're referring to, the Australian dollar, right? That has everything to do with, Australia, Austria, all of those things there. Lastly, the NZD, that's the New Zealand dollar, right? There's a lot of money to be made in NZD. A lot of people sleep on NZD, but a lot of money to be made on Great British Pound NZD, right? If you're taking notes, GBP NZD is a crazy, crazy pair that you can trade and make great, great money in. But the New Zealand dollar, of course, that ties into everything that deals with New Zealand. They also call New Zealand Kiwi. So if you ever hear somebody say, sell Kiwi to the dollar, they're talking about NZD USD, right? So Kiwi is another name for the NZD, right? Okay, now I'm not gonna read all of this, but this is so important for people to understand, right? So basically, like I said, I just went over all of the different pairs that you can pair up. Now we're talking about base currency and counter currency, right? Whatever currency is on the left side, that's going to be your base currency. Whatever currency is on the right side is going to be your counter currency, right? So basically what this means when you say, okay, I'm looking to buy or sell GBP NZD, right? That basically is saying, how well is GBP performing against the New Zealand dollar? How well is the Great British Pound, how well is their economy performing versus the New Zealand dollar, right? So the first currency in the pair is called the base, and the second one is called the quote or the counter currency, right? In this example, the Euro USD is the base currency, and the quote currency is the USD, right? This is a simple relationship behind a Forex pair. The first currency, the base, is quoted against the second currency, right? And it means the US dollar lost some of its strength or the euro gained some strength, right? That's all that it means. It's basically bulls versus bears, euro versus euro versus USD, GBP versus NZD. It basically means how well is this currency performing against this currency, right? So when you're making money, that's what's going on there, right? And I always have to say this because as beginner traders, how many people do we have on the call? We got 65 people on the call. God bless y'all guys, right? That's huge. But guys, so when people always ask me, well, Jason, I'm a beginner. What pair do I start off with so I can learn? I always tell people to start off with JPY pairs because JPY is always a counter currency on your MetaTrader 4 platform. Jason, what does that mean? That means whatever is going on GBP JPY is the same thing that's going on AUD JPY. And that's the same thing that's going on NZD JPY. It's the same thing that's going on USD JPY, so on and so forth. JPY is always a counter currency. So if I find a good buy, and I'm giving y'all hacks right now, and this is for my people who are a little bit more experienced. So if me, Nadi, Barbara, Mama Sherry, we say, yo, it's a go on USD JPY on a buy, right? It's buying right now. Well, guess what? I'm gonna buy 4 or 5 other currency pairs too and make that money 5 times over because it correlates. It has to do the same thing. But why? Because that JPY is always on the right side. Y'all want to know how I made my money real fast? That is how. That is a hack, right? Because you ask anybody who knows me on this call, they're going to tell you what my favorite pair. What's my favorite pair, Mama Sherry? You don't know my favorite pair. My baby.
GBP JPY.
There you go. GBP JPY. Why do I always trade GBP JPY? It's real simple. If I get a good buy or a good sell on GBP JPY, guess what? I'm doing it for the rest of those JPY pairs. Nice hack, right? Somebody typed in the chat. I can't pull it up anyway. So anyway.
Someone was just answering what's your favorite pair. It was Terry. She said GJ.
Oh, okay. I knew she was gonna answer. That's my baby, y'all. So yeah, I mean, if you learn GJ, congratulations. You just learned every JPY pair that they offer on MetaTrader 4. So you're getting a 1 for 5 or a 1 for 4, whatever it is you want to trade, right? In trading, guys, you work smarter, right? I don't have to study the other JPY pairs because they're going to do the same thing. If I study GBP JPY, I've studied the rest of them. I'm done, right? Hope y'all like that. All right. So, what's a pip? A pip is a Lamborghini. A pip is a flat screen TV. A pip is a gym. A pip is this sweater. A pip are these chains, these AirPods, this watch. That's what a pip is. A pip is money, right? But for a more nicer definition, pip stands for point in percentage. More simply though, a pip is what we would consider a point for calculating profits and losses, right? So most pairs go out to 4 decimal places, but there are some exceptions, like the JPY pairs, mine had, they go out to 2 decimal places, right? That's another reason why I say trade JPY pairs, because they're simple to count, they're easy to learn, they're easy to trade, right? I have people all the time saying, man, what's the stop loss on gold? I don't know how to, gold is not that, because gold, gold is 4 decimal places, right? Whereas the JPY pair is only 2, it's easy to calculate. So for an example, if the GBP USD rises from 1.5863 to 1.5864, then GBP USD is raised 1 pip, right? If GBP JPY, my baby, falls from 147.41 to 147.40, then GBP JPY has fallen 1 pip. Do y'all see how that goes? So basically, every time it goes up 1, 2, 3, it's 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, or 6 pips, 7 pips, 8 pips. So your overall goal is to say, okay, and I'm using my boy as my example. Okay, Zach got $5,000 in his account, and he says, Jason, I want to put $20 in the market, and I want you to give me back $500 in the market, right? So he goes in with a $5,000 account, $20 per pip, right? When the market rises 5 pips, and he did $20 a pip, 20 times 5 is $100, right? The market rises 20 pips, 20, so on and so forth, $200 a pip, $300 a pip. So if I give Zach has a $5,000 account, and Zach goes in at $20 a pip, and then I give Zach a trade that goes 50 pips his way, right? 20 times 50, I've given Zach $500, right? Does everybody get that? Everybody understand that? So that's what pips are, right? It stands for point and percentage, price and percentage, whatever you want to say, right? But that's how you're basically calculating pips, right? You do $1 per pip, you move 50 pips, you made $50. If you do, and so on and so forth. Okay. I can't see the chat. Is everybody?
You're just getting confirmations that they understand. You're good.
Blossom. Okay. Now this is a little bit more complicated, but I know I have wonderful people on the call like Ms. Barbara, Vanessa, Terry. If you guys need this information, we can get it to you, right? Because counting pips is a little bit. It's more of it's an acquired skill. It takes some practice. That's why I said I want you guys to practice with JPY first, because it has 2 decimal places, and then move up to the pairs that have 3, then move up to the pairs that have 4. And once you do that, you're fine, right? But you have to start somewhere, so start with 2. But in this example, you have opened up your terminal, your broker, right? Now suppose Euro USD was 1.4340, and currently it's at 1.4345. How many pips is that? Y'all type that in the chat. And I know y'all can see it on my screen, but. Are we getting the answers right?
You're getting 5s.
Absolutely, good job, guys, right? So the extraction rules, right? The high minus the low, right? It's the same, it's math, right? This is the stuff that I hated in school, but I absolutely love it now. And my dad, I was kind of impressed yesterday because when I went to my dad's place yesterday. He called me a mathematician, and he know I hated math, right? I couldn't stand math, but he called me a mathematician. I could be proud of that, right? But anyway, it's the high minus the low. So 1.4345 minus 1.4340, that is the equivalent of 5 pips, right? As I said before, the count of the pips begins the 4th number after the decimal point. So forget the decimal, it's easy to calculate. So 4345 minus 4340 is 5, right? The market changed for 5 pips, right? In the next example, 1.5630 to 1.5639. So 1.5630 on a buy, and then it went up to 1.5639. How many pips did the market move? Y'all type it in the chat for me. Oh yeah, we doing some work today.
Got a couple of 9s. They're kind of staggering along.
There we go. Y'all, good job, guys. What's up, Coach K? I was just bragging about you. I don't know if you heard it. Okay. I said I was impressed that you called me a mathematician last night. I hate math. There you go, sir. Ooh, Forex paying you too much money. Look at that. All right, guys. So those are just the examples, right? So the sessions. I want to get into the sessions, right? So and remember, these sessions change with the time change as well. But there are 5 different sessions, right? Now I'm going to give you guys, like I said, this is Jason speaking. This is not Guru, but this is Jason speaking, right? The best times to make your money are during the London and New York sessions, especially now with what's going on. New York sessions, great, right? So I'm up from 2 a.m. all the way up into 10 a.m. You can ask Cynthia and a lot of people, they're calling me at 11, 12, 1 o'clock. I done probably clocked out and tapped out on you by then, because I'm up from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m., right? Because those are the key times, in my opinion. I always gotta say my opinion, right? Those are the key times, in my opinion, guys, where you can make a lot of money, right? So if you work a night shift, if you haven't never worked a night shift, congratulations, you are on the graveyard shift, because this is where you can make a lot of money, right? So explaining these sessions. So we're gonna start with the Frankfurt market, the Germany market first, right? These are your Europe and Berlin time zones. These time zones typically open from 1 a.m., right? And this is Central Standard Time that I'm talking about. So I got a lot of people from Jersey and New York on this call. So it'd be 2 a.m. for you guys, right? So typically the Frankfurt market here, I know this says 1 a.m., but it opens at midnight here. I'm in Texas. I'm in South Lake, Texas. I'm in Dallas, Texas right now, right? So it opens from midnight to 8 a.m. over here from us, right? So you can see where the open and close here. That's the Frankfurt market, right? A lot of people don't pay attention to the Germany market, but the Germany market is just as significant as any. And I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what that means here in a minute. But on a London session, right? This is a key session right here. London session opens typically at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time or 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. These are with the time changes, but typically 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. I am up 1:30, 1:45, charting my charts. I'm an intraday trader, right? And looking for setups for my team and myself for us to make money. But typically that money happens from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Notice why I told you guys 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Because that's exactly how long the London session stays open, right? If you guys are open, I'm open. If you guys are up and aware and alert from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m., you guys are golden. You guys are golden, right? The New York session typically opens from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., right? So, and then the Sydney market from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., and this is your Australian market, and then the Tokyo market is from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m., right? So, why am I saying this and why am I explaining this to you guys, right? Like I said, pay attention to the 2 a.m. to the 10 a.m. markets. Those are great markets, a lot of volatility, and sometimes in most cases, you can always get your daily goal between the hours of those markets, right? Now, write this down if you're not taking notes. I mean, if you are taking notes. Do not trade from 3 p.m. from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Why, Jason? Because the spreads are ridiculously high. Ridiculously high. We'll get into spreads and all of that stuff as they come. But if you pop a trade in between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., hold on. That's all I'm gonna say. Because you're gonna see your trade move 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pips, and you still haven't went in profit yet. And you're gonna be like, okay, what's going on? This don't work. I knew it didn't work. No. Yeah, do not trade between those hours because that's a session changeover. The US market is closed, our banks are closed, and they jack the spreads up to a god awful amount, right? So between 3 and 6, forget about it. Take a break, go to the park, do something, right? Okay, so if you guys look to the left here where I'm moving my mouse, this right here is some of the pairs that we broke down. These numbers, of course, have changed since then, but oh, you just logged in? I was about to say, man, what was that? Why did I hear that? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Coach K had logged in, but yeah, but here is pretty much. And if you guys want to take a picture of this, like I said, we got wonderful people. If you provide your email address and all of that, they'll get this to you. But guys, this is really what you can typically expect a pair to move. Not given the ADR, right? I'm not gonna get into the ADR. The ADR changes. They, by the way, brokers, the elite, whatever you want to call them, they know how much they're going to move a pair for the week. We don't, right? They do. We don't. We try to use tools called ADR, average daily range, right? You'll learn that as you progress in your education, but typically this is what they try to move a pair in a given, right? So if you look at Euro USD, right? In the Asian session, Euro USD will typically move 52 pips. In a Euro session, right? Euro USD will typically move 85 pips. In a US session, Euro USD will typically move 77 pips, right? In the simultaneous sessions from the Europe and the Asia, right? That's Tokyo, 64 pips. And then the Euro to the US is 31 pips, right? Now notice, I'm not gonna go through all of these, but notice guys, all of these ones that are highlighted in green or red, right? If you pay attention to GJ, you pay attention to G Chef, look, it's green all the way across the board. I didn't do that because that was my favorite pair. I did that because I'm telling you, you can make a lot of money off GJ, right? You can make a lot of money off of G Chef. You can make, Terry literally had to do a elbow drop off the turnbuckle to make me realize that U Chef is a great pair that you can make money with. I hated it. She wanted me to trade it, but she will always say, bro, buy GJ, U Chef, sell U Chef. And then I would put it in and be like, man, I'm gonna be in this pair for 4 days. And then I look up, the pair to move 70 pips. And I'm like, wow, I love you, Terry, thank you, right? So, no, I ain't gonna say it again. That's all she get. Matter of fact, that's all she get for the rest of the week. So, but guys, U Chef, UCAD, right? These are the pairs that, I know UCAD's not on here, but these are the pairs that people sleep on that typically make lots and lots of money, right? But yeah, the ones highlighted in green or red, that'll let you know, right? Euro GBP, I do trade Euro GBP because it's a correlation of my GBP pairs, right? When my GBP pairs are going up, Euro GBP is going down. When Euro GBP is going down, my GBPs are going up. So that's one of those money pairs that I'm like, I could just pop it in and let it go because I know my GBP pairs are rising or falling. So those are the sessions, and I'm seeing a lot of comments, so I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna let. I'm sorry.
You have people dropping their email address and someone couldn't see, but we're good on this end. We got you. Just keep doing what you're doing a great job.
Okay, thank you. So Miss Carter, Terry, the people that love me and kind of love me, if y'all can just take note of those email addresses, make sure we get this information to people. Appreciate it. I know Miss Vanessa anyway.
You're breaking up really bad.
Uh-oh. Oh, she said I'm breaking up real bad. How do I sound now?
Great.
Better? Cool. All right, good. Okay. So Miss Vanessa, I was told to call you out again. Get on it. Get on it. All right, so leverage. Talk about leverage. I'm looking at okay, I got enough to finish. Cool.
Okay, yeah, and you need to go back to that position you're in before. Not too many hand waving because you keep losing.
Okay. If it continues to do that, I'll switch over. I don't see anything freezing right now. How does it sound? Is it okay?
You're really good.
Okay, good. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about leverage, right? Leverage is usually given in a fixed amount that can vary with different brokers. Each broker gives out leverage based on their rules and regulations. The amounts are typically 100 to 1, 200 to 1, and 400 to 1. Now 500 to 1. I think somebody's unmuted. I think that's what that is.
It was me just telling you, it keeps going in and out, Jay.
It's going in and out? Look at my. Yeah, it says it's good. Just kind of reminded, I guess. Make sure it's okay. I don't. Do you have one? Do I plug into it? I break one. I can see if I can Bluetooth. I'm not gonna do that because I mean I must. Yeah, Bluetooth make it worse. I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
Let's hang in there, everyone. He's getting adjusted. Someone's asking about the sound problem. He's getting it adjusted. Just hang in there, guys.
That's Coach Barbara. Can you hear me fine? Okay.
Is it just her? Is everybody on the Zoom?
Can y'all put threes in the chat if y'all can hear me okay? Because it's saying my signal's good. I just want to make sure it's not no one else's connection. Yeah. Okay, I'll start the chat up.
Someone says it's choppy. Someone says it's breaking up, still breaking up. Yeah, you're still going in. It's not just me. It's in the chat. It's everyone.
Okay, so let me go another route real quick. I promise you guys I only had a few more slides.
Whatever you're doing right now, Jason, you sound great. If you could stay in that position. I think, do you have any other phones near you that might be causing a signal interruption?
But it's not saying my internet's not stable. Let me do this.
You sound great now.
Okay, well, I'll just stay in this position and I'll just hold my phone up and look crazy. So, okay, cool. The 50 to 1 leverage means that for every dollar you have in your account, you could place a trade worth $50, right? So that means for every dollar you have in an account, they're gonna give you leverage of $50, right? For every 100 to 1 leverage means for every dollar you have in your account, you could place a trade worth $100, right? So 200 to 1, for every dollar in your account, you could place a trade worth $200. So you've ever seen, like for instance, my cousin, Jamal, he's been traded, I'm not telling y'all to do this.
You're chopping up again, Jen.
I'm chopping up, so I need to hold my phone. Here, move this phone. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Because I do have my personal hotspot on that phone. How is it? Is it okay? I need to back up. Still choppy?
No, not there.
Okay. Let me take all my electric stuff off.
Somebody said, say cheese.
Okay. So with the leverage, like Jamal Evans, and I'm calling him out because he's probably on here, but he took a $400 account to $12,000 in 2 weeks. It was a week and a half. It might be discrediting him. So, but he was able to do that because of leverage, right? He was able to do that because of leverage. Of course, he has the skill. He's been trading for over 5 years. I'm gonna make this claim. He's been trading for over 5 years, but he's able to take $400 in a certain pair, and I'm gonna say, and to 12 grand. Ms. Barbara, we good?
Yeah, you're going in and out, but it's getting better. Just go ahead and get through it.
Okay. So that's leverage, right? Now going into this lot size, right? The micro lot, right? This is what I recommend everybody to do in the beginning, right? The micro lot. The micro lot is basically your 10-cent lot, your 20-cent lot, your 30-cent lot. And what that looks like on your broker is 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, so on and so forth, right? So that's what that looks like, right? That's 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents. The best way to remember that, guys, is wherever your decimal place is.
Getting real choppy again, sir.
Let me see that. Yeah, 1 minute.
Everything was fine till Coach K showed up. Coach, what's up?
It was fine till you showed up. That's what they said.
Don't do that. We're not gonna mess with Pastor.
All that anointing he got. What'd you say that?
Brought on that frequency in the room. That's what it is.
Yeah, you messing up my frequency, all the high vibrations. Okay, so let me see. Where did my internet thing go? I was gonna try to go to my personal hotspot. You turning Wi-Fi off? Okay. Okay. How does that sound? Yeah. Okay. Is it still choppy?
No.
Okay. So I'm the only one connecting now. Okay. So hopefully that works. Okay. So what I was saying, guys, and sorry for the, I apologize for the internet, but it's the wrong one. But no, but guys, all seriousness, the best way to remember your lot sizes when you're placing trades on your lot size, you guys see these decimal places right here. If you move the decimal place over one place to the right and then add a zero at the end, that's the lot size that you're at. And that's the best way I could remember it when I had first started, when I first got started trading. When I saw 0.01, I would move the decimal place over one spot, add a zero, and I was like, okay, that's 10 cents. So I would know that I wasn't going into the market over leveraging, right? So these are your micro lots, right? Your mini lots. I know a lot of people say balling right here, right? And you can, right? But the mini lots are your dollar lots, right? So a .10, if you move that decimal place over to the right and add a zero, that's what you got, a dollar.
Listen,
.20, yes.
I'm sorry, but you are coming very distorted. Someone suggested that you disconnected and reconnect your Wi-Fi connection. If you could read the chat, Ms. Carter or May Carter wrote in the chat.
Cool. Yeah, but like I said, I'm gonna see if I can hook up to my. Yeah. Okay, guys, hold on real quick.
Oh, that's Marlon. I'm sorry. Thanks, Marlon.
Well, oh, there it is. Okay, so my iPhone just popped up. It just connected with my iPhone. Cool. Okay, how do I sound now?
Say something. Okay, say something so we can.
Say something so you can see if I.
Okay, that sounds better. Let's see how that goes.
Okay, so I didn't want to do that. Technology, gotta love it. Okay, let's see.
We were at the last slide.
Yes, and we were at the last from current side. Okay, all right. So we were talking about mini lots, right? So on a mini lot, guys, these are your dollar lots, right? The best place for I'm gonna keep reinforcing that, right? Move your decimal place over to the right, add a zero.
Yeah, it's still distorted.
I don't know what it is then.
It's a good thing, you know.
I know exactly what I'll do. Y'all give me 1 minute. I know how I'll knock this out right now. I'm gonna get rid of.
If you're speaking, we can't hear you. Nope.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I just connected to my phone's audio. Y'all can still see my screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. All right. So those are mini lots, right? And I want to get into the standards, right? The standard lots. This is where This is where that tax return every week come in. This is where that real good lunch money come in, right? Real good lunch money, right? So these are your standard lots. $10 a pip, guys. You can make a mint with $10 a pip, right? But it's the same concept. 1.0, you move the decimal place over to the right, add a zero. That's $10, right? 2.0, move the decimal place over to the right, add a zero. That's $20 a pip, right? Guys, this is some real good lunch money right here, right? I got several business partners on this call that I'm not going to name. $300 to $3,000, $4,000 to $20,000. I can go on and on. I've had people, I've had people, and she gonna laugh when I say this, had got child support for the first time in years, and it was only $11. She took that $11 and put it in her trading account and turned that $11 into $3,000. So that just shows you the power of Forex and what it can do, or what it can do, right? So those are your lot sizes, guys. All right. So the orders, right? I have a lot of people that are struggling with the orders, right? So the market execution, right? A market execution just basically means you enter the market upon execution at the current market price, right? Now, your buy stops, your sell stops, your buy limits, and your sell limits. Now, I really want you guys to pay attention to these pictures, right? The arrow represents the trend that is going, basically. So we're going to talk about a buy stop first, right? The buy stop, that's the order placed above price, and it keeps going up, right? Basically, what that means is this. It's saying, hey, I'm already in a buy trend. Once price hits this certain level, I want you to pick up that order, activate this order, and take me all the way to the top with you. So basically, that's just like saying this, hey, I know y'all are already on the bus. I want you to stop at this stop right here, pick me up, and take me to that destination. And that's on a buy, right? The sell stop. The sell stop is the order placed below the price, and price keeps going down. Same concept, right? You're already in a downtrend. You're already in a bearish trend, but I want you to pick me up at a certain number, or at a certain price level, a certain zone, and I want you to take me on the way down with you guys, right? That's a buy stop and sell stop. Buy stops and sell stops are strictly for trend-based purposes, right? Now, buy limits and sell limits, right? A buy limit is an order placed below the price, and price continues to go up. What this means is this: hey, I understand that you're going to go on a downtrend, but you're going to bounce off of this demand level or this support, whichever one y'all want to use, and I want you to take me all the way. I want you to take me back the other direction to the top, right? So basically, price has to drop, hit that certain level where you put that limit in, and then it's going to go to the upside, right? The sell limit, that's the order placed above price, and price is going to go down, right? So that basically says, hey, I'm in a buy trend, but I'm going to bounce off of this supply zone, right? Or the resistance, and then I'm going to go down, right? So buy stops and sell stops are trends, right? Buy limits or sell limits are basically bouncing off a certain level and going the other way. Is everybody good with that? And I can actually see the chat now because I'm on my phone, and I should have did this first. Okay, I got 777 in the chat. That's what's up. All right. All right. So let's talk about stop loss and take profit. Yes, ma'am.
Do you or Terry ever give limits?
The question was, do me and Terry ever give limits? And the answer is no. I don't give buy limits and sell limits based on the way I trade. And the way I trade, I am an intraday trend trader. Why? Because it's very, very simple. Y'all can write this down. Y'all want to know the secret to trading? Here it is. The trend is your friend until it ends, right? And then it begins again until it begins again. Guys, if you trade with the trend, it'll be very hard for you to lose a trade. Very, very hard to lose a trade. Only way that you're going to lose a trade is if you have poor account management at that point. right? So the trend is your friend until it ends, and then it begins again, right? I am a trend trader. I will buy stop you and sell stop you to death. A lot of people would come on here and be like, nah, bro, you can do buy limits and sell limits and stuff like that because it's going to bounce off of the 618, and then you got the Bollinger Band. Cool, you could do all of that if you want to, but I would rather go with the trend. I am not going to go against the market because the thing about buy limits and sell limits, it could continue up, right? There's things that we'll talk about at another time called stop hunts. There are things called trend continuation, extensions. There's things like that in the market that happen, and if your account can't handle that extension, guess what? It's going to take you out. So I would rather trade with the trend, and I do, right? So thank you, Mama Sherry, for that. Okay, you had something, Coach? Oh, okay, I thought you was gonna say something. Okay, so stop loss and take profit, right? So a stop loss, what is a stop loss? A stop loss is an order that you place with your broker in order to sell a security when it reaches a particular price. A stop loss order is developed to reduce a trader's loss on a position in a security. It is good to have this tool at times when you're not able to sit in front of the computer and monitor yourself. There's been too many times on my team too, because my team, we're guilty. I'm even guilty of it, right? Where I'll get a phone call and they'll be like, I blew my account. Did you have a stop loss set? No, I just went to go stir the pasta. Why didn't you set your stop loss, right? Or, man, all I did was get in the shower and get out and I lost this amount of money that fast? Yes, right? This is not Vegas. This is not roll the dice and, you know, Naughty taking me to Long Island or to Brooklyn and I got the hot hand and we hitting Big Ben and we T-lean on the dice. No, that's not what this is. Like, you guys have to use stop losses. I know. Can I give them one more clap? I know that there are certain gurus out there that are going to tell you that they don't trade with stop losses. Guess what? They have the account to handle the swing. They have $100,000 in their trading account. They have $50,000 in their trading account. If you don't, trade with a stop loss. It will save your life. Trade with a stop loss. I tell everybody on my team to trade with a stop loss. And nobody on my team, if they do, shame on them. Nobody on my team gets out of a trade early. We let it hit the stop loss. That's what the stop loss is for. Do not get out of a trade early. Let it hit the stop loss. I'm giving y'all nuggets right now, right? If it hits the stop loss, great. Go on and move on to the next trade, right? Oh, okay. No, I didn't even get into that. So Coach K says, after we move it in profit. This is another thing that we teach on our team that we're going to go into later on. We always teach our traders to move their trades. I call them stop profits. Write that down. Stop profit, right? We move our trades, we move our stop losses into profit every trade that we take. Why? Because you'll never go broke taking profit. Never, right? There are certain situations where the broker will go in the trend. You'll go 5-6 pips in profit. Let's just say you move that trade into profit 2 pips because you want to secure that trade, whatever the case. The broker might retrace it and go back to the entry. That's perfectly fine. Because guess what? If it goes back to your entry, you get back in that trade, right? And then he'll move it 9 pips in the profit this time. And then he'll reverse it back in the entry. But you moved your stop loss 4 pips this time. How many ever times the broker wants us to hit them upside the head? Guess what? We're going to do it, right? Anytime a broker retraces it back to our entry and it's knocking me out of stop loss and profit, I'm going to just keep collecting that profit, right? That's fine. $10, $40, $60, $80, $90. Every time. I do it every time because then they'll look and say, wow, I done gave this Negro $300 just by retracing the trade to my entry. Let me go ahead and, even move it the other way or go in the direction it's supposed to go, right? That's perfectly fine, guys. When you're growing accounts, you'll never go broke taking profit. You'll never go broke taking profit. So always stop loss is the key. And to Coach K's point, we move our stop loss into profit, and we always set stop losses just in case it never goes in profit. Does everybody understand that? Can I get some ones in the chat for that? If y'all understand that. I got ones quick on that. I guess they felt me on that, right? I mean, because guys, there are literally times where I'll watch my trade because I manage my trades, and the broker will move the trade back to my entry 25 times. Well, guess what? 25 times at 3 pips a piece, I just made 75 pips because you're trying to trick people in the market. I don't care. I'm going to do it as many times as you do it. That's fine because I'm watching exactly what you're doing, and I know what you're doing, right? So good stuff there. Take profit, right? Take profit. A take profit order is an order that closes your trade once it reaches a certain level of profit, right? When your take profit order is hit on a trade, the trade is closed at that current market value that you set it at, right? So if you set your trade in 50 pips and you had a 50 pip take profit, congratulations, you just made take profit, right? So that's what a stop loss and take profit is. Oh, this is my favorite slide. Risk management. How do I even start this off? Guys, now I read, it was a guy, I blocked him, but he said, if your mentor only teaches psychology, he doesn't really know how to trade. That is by far the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. If your mentor only teaches psychology, he doesn't know how to trade. Guys, trading is 90%, maybe even 95% psychology. Me and Terry, Coach K, we've developed slides, literally, because people lose winning trades. If trading is not psychology, then why do people lose winning trades? Why do people panic when they're $17 negative and they just spent that at Wendy's? Why have I had people quit my business for losing $38? Right? And the $38 they lost was something they did. It wasn't nothing we did, right? It was something they did. Guys, risk management. Please write that down. Risk management, account management, psychology. That is the bulk of Forex trading, guys. It is. That is the bulk of it. I've seen every strategy. I've done every strategy. Fibonacci, Ichimoku, Bollinger Bands, Keltner channels, Aggie mats. What am I missing? I've done it all. Heiken Ashi candles. I can name any strategy, the Clover method. Market structure, W patterns, M patterns, inverted heads, head and shoulders, knees and toes. I've done it all, guys. I've done it all. I've done it all. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it equates to psychology. That's it, right? So, risk management. Money management simply means the knowledge and skill of managing your account. Have a trading plan. People want to know the secret to trading. It's having a freaking plan. Not being a professional signal taker. Not just saying, oh, okay, I'm going to take every signal. That's cool to take signals. I'm not knocking signals. I started off the gate. I made the majority of my money taking signals in the beginning. But I had a plan. I said, okay, I made X amount of dollars a day, I'm done. I made X amount of dollars today, I'm done. Oh, look, I just cleared my chart this week on one day, I'm done for the week. That's how you grow an account. It's not with this super duper strategy, because there's tons of strategies out there you can make money with, and they all work. I'm letting you know now. And I'm going to name them. SK5 work if you work it. The mac and cheese strategy will work if you work it. Naked chart trading works if you work it. Fibonacci works if you work it. But all of that ties into account management, guys. That's it. Do not go big looking for the big win, right? I know we've done awesome things in a short amount of a time, but that's because we didn't have it. We didn't have it psychologically, right? I was tired of working. I was tired of blue vests and yellow smiley faces, so I went big, right? So was Alonzo and Eric. We went big. We didn't care. We went big. We said, okay, how much you got? You got 1,000? Cool. I got 1,000. Eric, you got 1,000? Cool. Jamal, how much you got? Bro, I got 2,500. Okay, cool. 5.0. But not to us at the time. We didn't care. Even Terry will tell you. Terry will tell you when we were paying $175 for meetings and only 3 people showed up. You know what, Terry? 5.0. She'll tell you. We did that. We were training ourselves and going big on trades we had no business doing. So here's the key part. Risk a small percentage of the total balance of each trade. Only risk 1 to 3% of your account. How much? 1 to 3%. Guys, a lot of people be like, oh man, that's stupid. There they go with this, to this, or that. Guys, would y'all say that was stupid if I told you $500 compounded at 3% every day will yield you $17 million in 8 months? Did y'all see how big my eyes got? Ms. Barbara put LOL in the chat. $500 at 3% in 8 months, 17 million. Right? So it's not about the big win. It's not about the home run. Guys, put your nose to the ground and hustle for the next 12 to 24 months. Put $500 in your account. I have my team on 1%. We've been broke this long. We're not in a rush to make $1 million. They know it's coming in the next, what are we on? 20 months? In 20 months. They know it's coming in 20 months. Probably shorter than that. With the Rona, they call it the Rona. Listen to Tenderoni, right? So, guys, we're not in a rush to do it, right? I made good money. Coach K's made money. I have tons of people making money. We're going to follow the plan. We're going to keep our nose to the ground. We're going to stay focused. And we know in 24 months that we're on a beach somewhere. Gone. How you spell? Not G-O-N-E. G-O-N, exclamation, yeah. Gone. Everybody type that in the chat. G-O-A-N, gone. How many people y'all know y'all attached to us? You gonna be gone. Right, everybody calling your phone, where are you at? Gone. Right? It is a very important rule to keep, since the lower your account balance drop, the harder it is to rebuild it, right? These gurus that are doing accounts and mentorships and offering their software and all of that stupid stuff, I'm not gonna say it's stupid. Let me not say that, because like I said, it works if you work it. At the end of the day, guys, undercapitalization is a real thing. You have to have capital in your account, right? I know people are taking $40 to $1 million. I know people are taking 1,000 to a kajillion, and you can do that, right? But they gonna tell you, ask every single person, even Kathy Kirkland, because I heard her say it, and I love Kathy, but she told you she went big on that $40. One trade, big. Next trade, big, right? Are you willing to risk that? Are you okay with losing that? We're showing you guys a way how you can get it done in under 12 months, right? 6 figures, 7 figures, no income claims, but it is what it is, right? $500 compounded at 3%, $17 million in under a year. Do it if you don't believe me, right? So entering and closing trades, right? And these slides are gonna go very, very fast, all right? So this is what a trade pretty much looks like. Enter a trade. Back then when Ripple was hot, this is what we were trading, right? This is what an entered trade looks like. It shows you the pair. It shows you whether you bought or you sold. It shows you the lot size, which this was a $3 lot, and it shows you the red, right? The red is what makes people panic, and we're gonna have to do a psychology training on that, right? What does red mean to you guys? Hot, stop, danger, caution. They know what they're doing when they make this stuff red, because they know they're gonna find somebody that's gonna say, oh my God, I'm down $18, let me close it, right? It's all mental, I promise you guys. But this is what this looks like, right? This is another trade popped in right here. Bitcoin on a buy, $4 lot. You started off at $95 negative for my beginner. $95. I think I muted myself. Can y'all hear me? Okay, my bad. I did mute myself. So you have to account for spread and you have to account for commission, right? This is why you start off negative in a trade. If you've ever wondered why you start off negative in a trade, it's because there's commission and there's spread, right? Commission and spread. How many ever the pips are, plus whatever the commission is that the broker charges, right? So this is just basically what this looks like. Same thing here. And I do want to explain this here. This is the price that you sold at, right? This is the price that you bought at, right? So if it's in a buy, it shows you the exact price that you bought. And then you see the arrow going here. This is the price where it currently is, right? So for instance, this Bitcoin was bought at 5,072.88. The price had currently dropped to 5,048.94. This is with that, along with commission and spreads, equated to a negative $95.76, right? But on a sale, 5,061.62, right? And then price had dropped to 560.17. That's why they were up $5, right? So this is what you look at on your broker. So whatever the column is here on the left side, this is where you bought or sold, right? And this is where you want to get, right? You want it to go up on this trade. You want it to go down on this trade, right? And then, of course, they were closing out the trades here, but securing profits, right? And this is one thing I wanted to talk about on this one, as this is our last slide, right? So when you sell, when you're selling, right? And we just talked about that earlier. It's always important to secure your profit, right? And I say this with the most sincerity, guys. Like, every time you get into the market with your money is at risk. I don't care how good. I've seen the best traders lose a lot. I've seen the worst traders win a lot. It doesn't matter. But every time you get into a trade, your money is at risk. So what does that mean? Predetermined risk. I want all, because I know I had a few of y'all, well, they came back. I had 65 earlier. I had 5 people drop off. So, okay, 60 people. I'm telling you now, predetermine your risk. Please write that down. Put it in the chat. I want you guys to mentally ingrain that in your head. Predetermine risk. Why, Jason? Uh-oh.
Jason, those are videos. You can play those, you know?
Yes, I got you. But predetermine your risk, guys. Every time I trade, and this is what made me a okay trader to a pretty good trader, right? When I looked at my account balance, for example, $10,000, I would say, okay, I'm willing to risk $300 on this trade, right? I automatically go into the market with that, right? That's my 1 to 3%, right? I'm willing to risk $300 on this trade to win 1,000 plus, right? So I automatically go in the market in my mind knowing that I'm okay with losing $300, right? So if you do that, when you're trading, guys, your trading will be a whole lot better. A lot of people right now are probably saying, I don't see it. I don't see how. Trust me. If you go into the market knowing that you're okay with losing 20, losing 50, losing 100, and then you go back to make 400, 500. It makes the pie that much sweeter, right? Because you're not emotionally, the reason why we have the secure profit slide here, and we tell people to predetermine the risk, because people lose trades because they hold on to trades longer than they have to. Why do people hold on to trades longer than they have to? It's real simple. And my battery's running low, so I'm getting ready to bring this to a close. They are emotionally tied to that trade, right? And I'm not gonna get too much into the psychology, but we have videos that you guys can watch. Guys, when you lose a trade, that brings up everything that you've ever felt in your life about loss or embarrassment. You've ever been embarrassed at school, you ever lost a loved one, you ever lost money, you've ever been bankrupt. Guys, all of those emotions are tied into this. Like I said, when I say people know what they're doing in the market, they know what they're doing. So that's why we tell and we teach you guys to predetermine your risk, because once you predetermine that and that trade doesn't go, this joker, and this trade doesn't go the way, man, nah. That trade doesn't go the way you want it to go, you're not emotionally tied to that trade. You instantly get back in the game and you say, okay, cool, I lost 300, but I'm gonna come back. And I'll give you guys a brief scenario with me as I bring this to a close. I was trading confession session. I was terrified of US 30. I hated US 30. It moved too fast. It scared the heck out of me. I hated trading US 30. But this year, I was like, man, you know what? I'm a conquer that fear, because Jason McGee ain't scared of nothing. I'm a McGee. I ain't scared of nothing, right? I ain't never scared. So I started trading. I started practicing my strategy on US 30. Guys, my first 5 trades, I was down $5,200. Real story, $5,200, right? First 4 trades, lost. I came back on my next 8, 9 trades and made 2 times that fast, right? So I say that to say this, right? Secure your profit, predetermine your risk, and know that don't be emotionally attached to a trade. And lastly, another secret, right? Desire and probabilities. Trading is probabilities. Please write that down in your notes. Trading is probabilities. If I gave you guys a sample of 20 trades and I told you were going to win 15 of those 20 trades, and then you quit because we lost our first 5, right? But we're going to win the next 15. That's what trading is, guys. If you can get that, you're going to do very, very well. So my battery's dying. I got through all the slides. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you came out a little bit smarter than what you came in. And we'll do this again. How did the Facebook Live go? Did it go good? Cool. Miss Barbara, Miss Terry, Nadi, everything good? Coach K?
Yeah. Everything's great, Jay.
Awesome.
Everything's awesome. This was amazing.
Thank you guys so much for that. Coach K, Mama Sherry, Barbara, do any of my leaders have any closing remarks?
Just don't forget to invite people to join us, Jason. Let them know how, yeah, don't forget to tell them to join us now. We want them to join the party.
Yeah, so if you guys are not a part of a organization, a family, I don't believe in friends. I got enough of those already. That is closed. So family, but I will take on more family members, more cousins, whatever the case may be, more aunties, more mamas. My accountability partner always on me, right? But guys, if you guys want to join the family, if you're not a part of a family, you want to join us, guys, reach out to one of our leaders. You can reach out to me, reach out to Coach K, Mama Sherry, Barbara, Terry, Nadi. Guys, reach out to us. We would love to mentor you, guys. Like I said, my track record is pretty good. I've created a 7-figure earner. I've created a couple 7-figure earners. I've created a slew of multiple 6-figure earners. I've created 6-figure earners, high 5-figure earners, guys. We have the tools. We have the community, the common unity. Sensei taught me that. we have what you guys need. So reach out to us. Reach out to us, guys, and just figure out how you can get started with us, guys. We'll send you guys videos. We'll send you guys information. We'll send you what you need. But our goal is to put you guys on a 2-year plan to help you change your life. So, Coach K, you want to come close us out, or you too Gucci fied? It's about to die. So.
All right, can you hear me? Okay. I mean,
yeah, they can hear you.
Okay, guys. First of all, thank you so much for taking some time out on this Saturday to hop on this train.
I'll plug it up so it won't die.
More leads, more value, and guys, a lot's going on in the world, but I just want everyone to just maintain the positive vibration. You gone?
It died.
So,
but we're here.
Okay.
But we're here. Okay. So
yeah,
my computer died, my screen died, but the Zoom is still on. So I can't see it, but you can still talk to them.
Yes, you can, Jason. We could hear you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they can still hear you, so you can talk to them.
I just want to encourage everybody in light of all the things that are happening in our world. This is a time for reflection. This is a time to look at, am I in the right systems? Am I partnered up with the right people, mentors? I think as we have these times for those that are working from home and all the things that are happening throughout what's going on with Corona, is just really take an opportunity to evaluate, and that's really, really important when you're looking for opportunities to be successful. You have to reevaluate. And so evaluate the systems that you're in, take that strong leap of faith and go all in, guys. Go all in. What I mean by that, commit, the time, commit the resources to learning this skill. Make sure that you're plugged in. That's the best thing that we can offer you right now. Plug into WebEx. The high probabilities are that you're going to win, guys. And that's what we're doing. And we're very, very, very thankful for it, guys. Me being a pastor, I just send just blessings and well wishes to each and every one of you guys' family. Guys, we love you guys. We're strongly encouraged. We're walking by faith and not walking by sight, guys. We believe in the stronger power. We believe that this community is blessed. We believe that this community is void of any kind of unnecessary conflicts in our lives, guys. So just be blessed, be encouraged, and we'll see you on the next Zoom, guys. Love you all. God bless.
God bless you guys. Bye-bye. Peace, peace.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.